Unfortunately for a lot of you guys out there, I bet it'll be challenging. And you may not even think you do it. But if watching this video makes you think twice about it for a second, maybe we can change things. And that's what this video is about. People are like, wow, Beast got deep. Well, I hate to tell you, I do more than eat protein and work out and play lacrosse. I think. So social media has obviously changed everything. The FOA was kind of built on it. We used Instagram the most, and you got to be cognizant of who your viewers are. It's great. We want kids to notice when we're doing stuff on our Instagram. As a player, our personal brands are important. So for me, I got on Instagram. I had gotten off the social media scene in like 2009 just because Facebook was littered with just stupid political opinions that meant nothing, right? Every 4 years an election comes up and all of a sudden everybody knows everything about politics. So I got off of it after I had decided that, I was going to make a real run as being a face-off guy. It was right around when I got hurt and I came back. I started posting on Instagram and stuff. So I got on Instagram and I thought it was pretty cool. You post pictures, put information on it. Real easy, real simple. I had started it when I was still a strength coach. So if you go all the way back and you scroll all the way back to the very beginning of my posts, it was all weight training with my clients. So now you fast forward, the game has changed a little bit. So it's, now we got over 50,000 followers. Right? So it depends on how you want to use it. For me, I use it to talk about products that I like. I talk about obviously game day and being an athlete, and obviously Jax has become one of my favorite things to talk about. But I also try to use it as an opportunity to show people the humanity involved with what we do. Me as a person, other than just posting videos of me playing lacrosse, but also behind the scenes stuff, things that I personally think are funny, things that I think are cool. I try to share who I am with people. Anyone who's followed me for any given amount of time knows that I have a zero tolerance policy. I think the most pathetic people on earth are internet trolls. And I don't waste my time arguing with people. I don't waste my time going back and forth with them. I just block you. So YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, it's all part of the game now. And it's important to use it if you want to create a brand, if you want to reach a lot of people, if you want to help a lot of people. And I think that's what we've done. We've done a good job of that.
One eternity later.
So got the haircut, hit the gym, said goodbye to Mrs. Beast and Jax Beast. And now I'm heading out to Boston right now. We got a away game. This will be my last time playing in Harvard Stadium. Jax is ticklish. If you follow me on Instagram, you very well may have witnessed that.
And he tastes like chicken. Oh yeah? They taste like chicken! Oh really? Thank you so much. Let's put a little salt and pepper. Ooh! Oh, it's so good! Thank you for sharing your Tootsies with me. They're so nice.
So that's huge, big deal in the life of Greg. It was funny, we were talking about the social media aspects this week. I was talking with a couple people and trying to get a feel for how Face Off Academy and how my brand specifically has grown over the last couple of years. Social media is amazing. If you look at the positive aspects of it, you can market your brand, you can market yourself, you can give people an idea of who you are. It's kind of like the reason we're doing this whole video series. People get a glimpse of humanity. Yes, they look at box score. Yes, they have judgment calls on who they think you are as a person based on whether they cheer for your team or not. But I think what gets disconnected from a negative standpoint in the social media world, I feel like the generation below me is desensitized to the power of words. I feel that we don't understand the power of what we say to people. I got bullied growing up. You only had to worry about your bully when you're at school or if he found you after school. If you got made fun of in school, oh, you're wearing sweatpants when everybody else is wearing jeans now, or, why are you wearing a Mickey Mouse t-shirt? That's not cool. That stuff came and went while you were in the area. But now it's all changed. Kids get bullied 24/7 because people have access to you. Growing up, I didn't know what someone's opinion was in Idaho. I knew nothing about people that were outside of my general world. If I didn't talk to you or I didn't see you in person, then I barely even knew you existed. Now, a random person that you've never met in your life can say something so hateful to you from halfway around the world. And unless you develop incredibly thick skin, it eats at you. Let's just get this out of the way. Everybody in MLL is a good person. You can't be a scumbag in Major League Lacrosse without being ostracized. I say that because the league's not big enough and the lacrosse world isn't big enough. If you're a scumbag in business, if you're a scumbag on the field or in the locker room, people talk about you and then you're gone. There are a lot of good guys in the league that I see that try really hard. They're a good person. And then people say hateful things about them on Instagram or Twitter. I see a kid post something about him winning a face-off and he can't get 100 comments below it like, oh, you probably false started in this. Oh, you probably missed a shot though. Oh, what's wrong with your tilt, bro? Everybody on earth is a hater all of a sudden because it's easy to be a hater. In a nutshell, there's no worried, people aren't worried about getting punched in the face anymore. When I grew up, if you didn't like somebody, you had to say it to them. And you may or may not get punched in the face. Think about a 13-year-old kid who's just a nice, normal kid and he gets hated on. And then a bunch of other kids hop on that hate. And next thing you know, something terrible happens that you find in the news. And you see it every single day. And, social media is just, from a psychological standpoint, fascinating. And it's cool. It can be great. I have fun with it. But I also have relatively thick skin. And I choose not to indulge in people that are below us. A teenager doesn't have that ability. And I guess it's the big brother in me, and now that I'm a father, I'm more sensitive to it, and I see it more and I pay attention to it more, and it's just sad. Self-confidence is fake now. People have fake self-confidence because they have a direct correlation between their self-worth and how many likes they get on Instagram. It's a sad trend. I wish it would change. I hope it changes. Social media is such a powerful, positive tool if you use it correctly. People make fun of me because I preach a lot of things, but I do. I think it's important to teach lessons. I use face-offs to try and teach lessons to my athletes. I want my athletes to learn from a positive influence. I try to do right by my kids. I try to do the right thing, whether it's on the field or off the field, because I think somebody out there has to do it. If I'm not going to do it, then why am I putting that burden on somebody else? You can do good things without having to talk smack about people. I feel like kids need to be able to pull themselves up without having to push somebody else down. Give yourself that challenge for a week. See if you can go an entire week with focusing on being a better person, being better at your sport, being better at your training, being better in school, whatever it may be, being a better friend, being a better son or brother, and see if you can go a whole week without putting somebody down.
A few moments later.
Story of my life, I'm in traffic, I'm going exactly 1 mile per hour.
The story of my life, I take her home, I drive all night to keep her warm in time. It's frozen.
The Cannons conclude a 3-game homestand tonight. If they are to beat the New York Lizards, they'll need another big-time performance from Joe Lacazio. On the other side, the Lizards are led by former Cannon star Paul Rabel. He'll be a handful. It's the Cannons and the Lizards, and it's coming up next. We're set to face off with Greg Gurenlian of New York and Joe Nardella of Boston. Gurenlian, the all-time MLL leader in face-off wins with 1,788.